Something just broke. What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video where I'm not working on my S14. But today we are back working on Anthony's C33 Laurel. So yesterday he took it out to a quick trip to Mexico and destroyed one of his axles. The typical thing with that car, with making as much power as it does, about 680 horsepower on full boost, that yeah, destroys 3x2s like they're nothing. Unfortunately, I couldn't get into my shed this morning because I misplaced my keys. So I had to stop in at Matt's and grab a few tools on my way to Anthony, so cheers, Matt. And I got Sam with me today. Just made it down to Anthony's and we've got to take an axle out of an S14 that he has to chuck into the Laurel, which serves as a double because you guys can also see the S14 that we're going to be turning into his drift car. This is your shell, and this is like the perfect start for a track car. It hasn't really been crashed, but it's deregistered.
It's got a pretty good price. About a year ago, plan was a street car, but that's not happening now. So
yeah, now you got the Laurel. Yeah,
pretty much.
Sweet. So yeah, we're going to make a start on pulling the driver's side axle out because that's the one that's broken, and then yeah, we'll chuck it into the Laurel.
Pump it up.
Good. Although that's loose.
Oh, the nut's loose?
Yep. I think before I bought this, it was just pretty much thrown together.
Oh, okay. I was going to say, because that's going to be a real cunt to get off then if that was, we don't have any brakes. But if the nuts are loose, that's good. That's fucked, isn't it? Do you have power down here?
I can run power down here.
Yeah, because we'll just cut that off. Just pull it out. Yeah, that's bit cooked. It's a bit too hard to bend back in. We'll just cut it, make it easy.
Power might come on.
Oh. Back up the stairs.
Too many stairs at this place.
Now what's happening?
We've got to know what's going on.
Fuck's sake.
Did you just hit the wrong one or something?
I have done.
It's good exercise at least.
Oh, I don't like exercise.
Third time's a charm, eh?
Oh no. I can even go holding that wheel if you want.
Hey?
I can hold that wheel if you want. See if it works that way.
You could try, but it's able to get a lot of torque through the bar. Holding it?
Yep.
Yeah.
So just gonna lift the car.
Now the whole suspension's moving too much. We ain't getting that off without a rattle gun.
Fuck.
So it's the next day on now, and I was able to get into my shed this morning and grab my Milwaukee rattle gun so we could get the axle nut off, because we're having trouble getting it off yesterday. So yeah, brought that this morning and yeah, made light work of it as you guys just saw. Anthony's under there, he's cracked all the axle nuts loose, just taking them out. So this axle is almost ready to come out and go into the Laurel. Yeah, no. Yeah, she's a bit fucked there.
Yeah. Job.
The first video we did with this Laurel did insane. It's done almost 30,000 views the last time I looked at it, and yeah, you guys loved it. So if you like this one, make sure you hit that thumbs up button. Really appreciate it. I can't even remember the last time I had to use a tire iron.
Oh, we get it. Leave it tight.
Yeah. You can see the cups come apart.
Yeah. Good extra clearance to pull it out.
Right, fine. Yep.
Oh, look at that, much easier.
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh yeah, I think it's broken just in there. Right, so we're on a quick mish to Super Cheap to get another split pin because this one is a bit rooted. It's made it back from Super Cheap, got fresh split pins. A bit more confident in it now, so I'll actually rip it a wee bit. But it's not snap another axle. Yeah. I didn't get the camera out in time, but he just asked me if we should take it for a boost when we're done, and I mean it's a pretty stupid question, but...
Oh, I'm sorry, mate. Power tune dash drains the battery, so every time she's parked up, disconnect it.
Part of the beast, you guys have seen this before, but it doesn't hurt to look again. This is such a good looking engine bay.
It's amazing. Like, I want to do a little bit more to it to clear it up a wee bit, so it's just tidier. And when the car gets repainted, probably pull the motor, repaint the whole engine bay to suit. Yeah.
Did you not put the zip tie on that side?
I put it on. Oh no, I fucking put it's on.
I see what's happened.
Oh, did it rip out?
Yeah.
Did you hold? Yep, round two.
So we've run into a little issue just after that pull that you guys seen. Anthony noticed that there was a bit of a knock coming from the axle that we just put in. So we double checked to make sure we had the right length axle, and we do. We then pulled it back out and we noticed that there's a little bit of almost knock when you go up and down. It's not gonna do it now, but either way, we're just gonna pull this boot off and have a look in here and see if anything's gone wrong. So we've just put the axle back in, and we noticed, well, Anthony realized that the drive shaft bolts were a bit loose.
Yeah, and there was a nut missing. And I've just literally driven 10 minutes over to my mate's house because when we blew the axle yesterday, well, the day before, figured out there was a random nut on the ground, and I didn't think anything of it. And yeah,
turns out it was a drive shaft nut.
It was a drive shaft one. So
yeah, so we got all four in there now, and we're going to turn it back on because we turned it on before and took the wheel off and put it in gear. We were able to see, well, hear the knock, so hopefully the knock's gone. Now I can still hear it. It's a new day and I'm back down here at Anthony's because we are hopefully going to figure out the issue with his axle. So I went to the shed this morning and I grabbed this one. It's got a lot of tyre bands from the 33. Yeah, this axle is out of the 33. Popped many tyres on it, so I'm going to try and cut a lot of those off. I'm 99% sure it was the axle because, as you guys saw in the clip earlier, when we went up and down on the, well, we went up and down like that, we noticed the knocking coming from in here. So, and this one doesn't do it. So that leaves me to believe that, yeah, there's a wee issue with that axle, which shouldn't be too big of a deal. Should be able to just pull it apart and get it rebuilt. Oh, after spilling that bullshit, I just cut the rubber off the axle. The axle has the same kind of knock because the rubber was kind of like wrapped around the boot here and stopping it from sort of moving too much. But we're gonna swap it out anyway, and yeah, that'll pretty much tell us if it is the axle. If it's not, then it's got to be something to do with the hub. So we got the axle in, Just connecting up the battery, and then we're going to start it up, chuck it in gear, and see if we can still hear that noise or if it's gone. Loves a good cold start. Still there, so I'd say you've got something wrong with your hub. I'd say it's wheel wearing. I mean, it had no play in it though.
Yeah, well, no, there's no play at all.
So strange. Yeah, it was definitely coming from in here again. We ended up pulling the brake rotor off to have a look at all the handbrake setup and have a look at the closer look at the hub, and we cannot find anything wrong. So I'm just gonna take it for a drive and just see how bad it actually is.
There it is.
Yeah.
I don't feel it. You're definitely off throttle. You feel it.
Yeah. Yeah, you can definitely hear it.
There used to be a whine there,
Yeah.
but no vibration or knock to that whine. It's definitely a lot worse. Yeah.
Yeah.
It almost starts to go away on power,
Yeah.
and then it gets a lot worse then.
I don't know if you guys can hear that. You probably would be able to, but. Something just broke.
I think that may have been the diff. I just lost all power.
Well, that exit's solid.
Yeah. Yeah, that may have just been the diff, eh?
Yeah.
I've got another diff.
Alright, we're going to do a fucking diff swap now then. Wait, so you said you lost all drive?
I'm pretty fucking certain I just lost all drive.
Yep, that's the diff.
Sweet as.
Yeah, so we figured, never mind guys, we figured out the issue, it's the diff.
Oh, so I blew an axle and mostly fucked the diff in the same time?
I mean, 600 horsepower does that to these shitty Nissan parts.
Don't run an R200 with this kind of power.
Yeah.
Unless you want to be spending money regularly.
So this video definitely has not gone to plan at this point. I thought we were just going to be swapping out an axle, and was actually going to be taking Sam for a bit of a boost in the Laurel, because she has been in fast cars, but I don't think anything quite like that, so it would have been cool to get a reaction. But yeah, no, it's turned into blown diff, and I've just picked up a trailer off Hayden, so now I'm heading back to where the Laurel is. We're going to pick it up and take it back to the lockup. Diff didn't want to play ball on the last little bit, and it was like loading up, and it let go and almost fucking jumped off the trailer. But luckily I had my hand on the handbrake. Laurel's all loaded up on the trailer, so I'll head to the shed. So the Laurel is now at the lockup. Decided to tow it there because you guys can tell in the videos that Anthony's driveway to his garage is really steep, so there's going to be no way we're really going to be able to get the car up there, because we thought as soon as it got onto that incline, whatever little bit left of the diff to actually drive it forward would have just yeah, disintegrated. So took us to the lockup, and we're gonna swap out the diff this weekend. We actually picked up some GK Tech polyurethane bushes off Ash from Thrash Garage, so we're gonna chuck those in too. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna drop the subframe, swap the diff bushes, put a new diff in, get the axles back in, put the subframe back up, and then we're probably gonna do some skids. Probably gonna pump the tires up and maybe put a bit of water down so we don't break any more axles. But yeah, Anthony still hasn't done a full-on standstill burnout in that thing, just rolling burnouts. So once we do get the diff all sorted, and since the car's at the lockup, he's going to do a bit of a skid, so you guys can look forward to that. Video coming out probably Thursday next week. So yeah, stay tuned. You guys know the deal. Like, comment, subscribe, and we'll catch you in the next one.